Welcome back everybody to another rebuild. It's Saturday afternoon and that can only mean one thing. This time we're in Spain. We're at Real Hispanis or Real Betis, and from what I can remember seeing, they haven't won La Liga or the top division title since 1935. That's nearly 90 years ago. So we're going to try and put that to rights, and also anything else will be an added bonus. They enjoyed most of the success in the 1930s with the last competition win in 2022, which I believe was a Copa del Rey. They've won that a couple of times. They won the Spanish top division once in 1935, like I just said. Won the Spanish Cup in 77, 2022. Now I think that is the Copa del Rey, and finished second on a couple of other occasions. Winning the second tier, etc, etc. Straight away you can see we've got no budget, so that's going to be quite difficult. We're predicted to finish in 8th position by the media. Best formation or best 11, they've got Iglesias up top, Joaquim, Canales, Juani, William, Rodriguez, Vinicius, not Junior, Pizzella, Ramos, Sabali and Bravo in goal. Not many transfer obligations. 3 out on loan. Oye Perez, they have on loan here. They want us to play attacking football, so the 4-2-3-1 formation is probably the best suited. But we'll see how things go in the first season. Develop young players using the youth system. Qualify for the Europa League. Okay, in the current season. Reach the latter stages of the Spanish Cup. And reach the knockout stages of the Europa League as well. I'm assuming that's where we're at. And then obviously following seasons, they want us to reach eventually the Champions League. Finance as well. We have disabled the first window, mainly because we are using an updated transfers listing up until the 10th of February. It can be found on the FMscout.com website from Notorious. I tend to use his quite a lot. I did use it last year as well, so quite reliable. I'm wondering if that's why there's no transfer budget, because we have disabled it. I don't know, but there's 24 million in the bank and 55% of the transfer as well, so we're going to have to play with what we got for the first season. So let's have a look at their squad by ability. Let's have a look, look at the better players. So the 31-year-old Canales, very, very nice indeed. In fact, can he play midfield? He can play there as well. At 31, is that going to be too much for him up there? But he's got great first touch as well. Dribbling as well. Might be suited for up there, actually, for 31 years old. We've got Fakir as well, 28 years old. Right wing, left wing, Cam. Maybe we stick him in Cam and the Canales at just behind him, possibly. He can even play up front. Flipping it, there's nothing that this guy cannot do. Guido Rodriguez, another 28-year-old DM there, or midfield. Okay, I can see where we're going. This the 4-2-3-1 formation. I'm beginning to appeal to me more. Iglesias up front. Well, in fact, we have our own forward. Wow, 16 finishing. The only problem being he's 29 years old, but he's got 4 years on his contract, so that's an added bonus as well. Carvalho as well. We've got abundance in midfielders. Maybe we can go forget wingers. Maybe go diamond, but that won't get the best of our players though, I guess. Luis Felipe as well, 25 years old at the back. 6'2", reasonably quick as well. Got good jumping reach, can head the ball as well. Great tackling, positioning, what's it like? Not bad at all. Bravery as well. I tell you what, bravery. Wow. Sabali, Rodri, great potential. Let's have a look at potential then. Rodri, wow, is he Cam Rodri? Winger, reasonably quick. Can play anywhere though, to be fair. More or less on the wing. Luis Enrique though, 21 years old. I mean, that looks pretty decent as well. Again, winger, left and right. Potential's there. I mean, we have got a reasonably decent set. A lot of aging players though. Joaquim's 40 years old. Claudio Bravo, the goalkeeper, 39. 35-year-old Guardado. 31-year-old Pizzella. Oh my goodness me. If we're going to do a rebuild, we need to move some of these older players along. We have got literally half our side. Really. 30 and above. Oh my word. That's insane. Let's have a look at the B team very quickly. Anything to shout about? Not really, apart from Mario Perugina. Okay, got great potential. Midfield, can play Cam. Okay, he is 18 years old. But other than that, not an awful lot hanging about there. What about the C team? No, under 19s even. Let's have a look. Have they got anything there? Pablo Garcia, 15-year-old. That's not bad potential. Left wing. If we have a quick look at our staffing as well, we've got a very good goalkeeper for shot stopping, I think. The best, apparently. And staff for everything else is just above average. So there's a little bit of work to do with that. And this is the formation that we are going to be running with. We want to try and get all our midfielders in there if we can. And I think this is the best way to do it. We're going to have an advanced forward at top. We're going to have an inverted winger inside forward with a cam roll in there. Box to box with a DM. They're going to be playing slightly one behind the other this season. We'll see how that goes. 2 wing backs, 2 ball playing defenders, and a goalkeeper and support. We're going to have Silver in goal, not Bravo. And with the season kicking off, we've not done too bad actually. Just a couple of defeats, one in the friendlies, and the last game against Vigo, a 2-0 away loss. But we did beat Atletico Madrid in our first game, which was pretty amazing. Then we beat Valencia, Almeria and Cadiz, but lose to Vigo. It's bizarre. We do the hardest part. And, yeah, we crumble. We are lying 4th in the table currently after that one loss. So we're only 1 point off the leaders Sevilla, Real Madrid and Barcelona, who are 4 for 4 actually. And they've got a game in hand. We've drawn United, Apollo Limassol and Lech in the Europa League. We've drawn Valencia in the Super Cup. And the Spanish Cup hasn't been drawn just yet. And have we improved? I'm not sure actually. I think we're still 8th, 50-1 to win the league. That's because there's no transfers been made. So I'm quite happy with that. If we can maintain a top 10 finish, I'll be reasonably happy. And then we can do a lot of shifting around. Let's simulate our first season, see where we finish up and see what sort of business we do need to do. Well, we beat the media odds and we finished 6th position in a European spot as well. Europa League coming our way next season. We finish with 22 wins, 7 draws, 9 losses, 74 goals scored. Wow, equaling Sevilla there. And 46 goals conceded. That's not too bad. I'm not going to complain too much about it. But 73 points, same points of Atletico. But Atletico obviously beating us on goal difference there. And we're 1 point off Valencia in 4th. And 3 points off Sevilla in 3rd. So that's a pretty good showing. But it is Real Madrid that take it from Barcelona by 2 points. But the two of them just running away with it. We have a top goal scorer as well in our club. Borja Iglesias wins the Golden Boot for the division. And he gets 2nd best player in the league behind Vinicius Jr. as well. And our goalkeeper as well, Rui Silva, 16 clean sheets. Not bad at all. So results wise, they haven't gone too bad. We weren't too bad in the opening set of games, losing that last game to Vigo before we simulated, and then we lose to Mallorca. Wow, couple of nice wins there. We beat Sevilla 4-1 there. We do lose to Real Madrid 4-0 though. We have to improve on that. But Villarreal, we smashed them 6-0, but draw 4-4 with Vallecano. Wow. We do lose to Barcelona 1-0. It's not too bad. Bilbao 3-1. Okay. Elche as well 2-1. I think games like that we should be winning, I feel. Vallecano we win 2-0. Some more nice wins there. A couple of draws. 6-1 over Vigo. So Vigo beat us, gave us our first defeat. And then we go and smash them 6-1 at home. Wow. That's a pretty good return. Real Madrid. We smashed Real Madrid at home 4-1. Flipping heck. That's just, that's crazy. Wow. 5-0 against Girona as well. We do lose to Atletico Madrid 4-1 away from. Our home form seems to have carried us. And wow, we just lose our last game of the season to Barcelona 5-0. The Super Cup, we do lose in extra time to Real Madrid 2-1. Fakir getting an equaliser on 63 minutes, but it is Toni Kroos on 96 in extra time that win it for Real. The Spanish Cup, okay, we'll skip past that very, very quickly. 3rd round defeat. The Europa League, we do qualify for the next round behind United. I'm guessing we lost both games to them. We did. We score 17 goals, concede 10 though, but we do beat everybody else. But we succumb to Juventus in the knockout playoff round. 4-1 away from home, despite winning 3-2 at home. So a 4-6 defeat in the end. Borja, we know we got top goal scorer, and yeah, 47 goals. Wow. He is 30 years old, so he is going to have to be replaced at some point. But should we be replacing him? That's just crazy. And our other striker, he is out on loan, actually, to be fair. Lauren, he did score 20 goals. But 47 goals. 11 for Giovanni as well. Fakir gets 11. He is 29 years old. So, I mean, these players are looking pretty old now into the 30s. Fakir will be 30 soon. Lauren, possibly. We might be able to keep them for another season, maybe, but that might hamper some of the youngsters coming through. Quite a few goals going through the whole team. About half. Assist-wise, we do get Joaquim and Rodriguez. I mean, Joaquim's 41 and he managed to play 18, but get the most assists. That's crazy. 29-year-old Rodriguez, though. Again, possibly another season left in him here. But we'll see how that goes. But again, assist-wise, through the team, halfway through. Our goalkeeper, Silva. Now, we know he did play pretty well in the league. So, how well did he play overall? 46 in 38 in the end. 16 clean sheets, which isn't too bad. But for a further 11 games, it did concede another 20 goals with 2 additional clean sheets. But if we have a look at appearances, it is the older players that got majority of the game time, though. It has to be said. There's only Philippe at the back, played 43 games, and Miranda as well. Excellent stuff, 45. So there's 2 players there we could build a team around. We have to get some of the other youngsters in. Hopefully, Lenez comes back as well, the Mexican 22-year-old, and Lauren as well, although he is 29 years also. So we've got 12 million in the bank, but we are being given just under £6 million to go and spend. Wonder if we can actually make a board request and increase the percentage revenue transfer. If we can do that before we start selling people, I guess that would be quite nice. So quite an eventful transfer window. We bring back Oyez Perez from Leicester. He comes in on a free. He was on loan last season. I just felt like we needed a little bit more backup, and if it doesn't go too well, we move him along. He's here for another 3 years at least anyway, so even next season we can move him and make a little bit of money. Fingers crossed. And another player that comes in on free is Theo Vols. Midfielder, stats-wise. Doesn't look too bad, but really a backup. Manu Molens. Midfielder once again. We're bringing in some youth. 24 years old from Villarreal for 3.6. We bring in an attacking winger. £5.5 million from Las Palmas. Looks pretty decent. Great stats. Dribbling and first touch look really, really nice. We even went to the Real Madrid B team. £5.5 million for this 23-year-old. Again, midfielder. He's going to be sitting in the midfield. And Antonio is going to be playing as a carrilero in this position, as opposed to a box-to-box. We bring in a central defender, youngster, 23-year-old. We, like I said, like from the first season, we have got a lot of older players that will need replacing. And we have to go to Italy, to Napoli. Ostigard comes in for up to £9 million. 6 foot, looks pretty decent. Mentals look really nice. Heading's very, very good, in fact. And jumping is not too bad, but 6 foot, he should be able to do well. Vallecano was the next up for £8.5 million. Fran Garcia, left back. He's going to be our starter in that position. Acceleration and pace. Wow, balance is pretty good. He's got good crossing and dribbling. What more can you ask from a left back? I felt like we needed a new goalkeeper, and a new goalkeeper we have gone out and got. £10 million. Marco Conisecchi from Atalanta. And wow, he looks the biz, and already he's ahead of Silva, who again into his 30s. Danny Martin, I don't think he's that old. I don't think, but as you can see, he's just way off the pace. But for a backup, I'd be quite happy. And Rui Silva will probably move him along next season. And for our main signing for this season, we've gone all the way to Brazil. Wonder Kid Marcus Leonardo, a forward. 22 million pounds we've spent on him, and wow, for a youngster, his natural fitness and acceleration, pace, even his finishing looks really, really good, and he's only 20 years old. up to £50 million already his worth. So we do say goodbye to William Jose, the forward. He's gone to PSV for 1.8. We also say goodbye to Borja Iglesias. He's gone to Barcelona. Yes, he's one of our rivals, but to be fair, they were willing to pay the price, £31.5 million, which is where most of these signings have come from, really. If it wasn't for him going and a few others, we wouldn't be able to fund all these players. But Rodriguez goes to Inter for 16. 8 million. Canales goes to Brianza. And Huami goes to Fulham for 6.5. Pre-season got off to a rocky start with a draw with Sporting. VTSC we beat. We do lose to Freiburg, but we do smash a local side 20-0 just to get the confidence back to the team. And then we start our campaign firstly against Real Madrid, where we lose 1-0. Which isn't a bad result. 50th minute Benzema. I can't complain. It's Real Madrid. Sevilla we beat 2-1. Elche we beat 2-0. And Getafe we beat 4-2. We are lying third in the table. I'm happy at the moment. We're 3 points off the leaders, Real Madrid. Barcelona were level on points with Barcelona. They have lost to Real Madrid 3-2. Okay, so Real Madrid 4-4 so far. We've drawn Lyon, VTSC, who have played in the friendlies, and Sparta Prague in the Europa League, which I'm hoping that we will get out of. And the season preview has us down in 8th position once again, but 50-1 now to win the league. I think we give it a season or two, we should be competing at least for third spot, I feel. If we can beat the teams above us, then I don't see a problem. But it's Barcelona and Real Madrid literally dominating the Dream 11. Let's see if we can finish in the top 6 once again. Have a good showing in Europe. And hopefully bring some sort of a trophy next season. Well, we finished one place above where we finished last season. We finished in 5th position. That's not bad at all. 65 points, a few points off a Champions League spot once again. Getting very, very close to the top 3. But it is, again, Barcelona and Real Madrid that run away with it. But Real Madrid, 10 points clear of Barcelona at the top. Marcus Lorenzo, though, he gets 3rd highest goal scorer behind Benzema, who gets 49. Flipping heck. And Lewandowski with 33. It's got some way to go, but I have faith. Looking at some of the results, then in September we had a good 4-2 win against Getafe. Levante we win. Then we lose to Barcelona and Atletico. We do beat Bilbao. We lose to Villarreal. Mallorca, Almeria. We have to be beating teams like that, I feel. And Real San Sebastian also. Valladolid we win 3-0. Nothing really massive those goals go. Barcelona we lose 3-2 there. Atletico 1-0. Real Madrid, that's spanking. Jeez. Yeah, that's massive loss. That is that hurts. It has to hurt. I mean, that goal difference probably would have been a lot better if it wasn't for that. And Alves and again, games we should be winning, but we do beat Real San Sebastian and Vigo towards the end. The Spanish Cup, we drop out again in the first hurdle. This time on penalties. They even had a player sent off with goals being scored in the last 10 minutes of the game as well. Esposito giving them a 3-1 lead by looks of things before Miranda and Pizzella scoring in the last couple of minutes. Europa League, as we expected, really, to be fair. We do finish top, although I did think we'd finish second. But 15 points, 5 wins. That one loss coming to Lyon 2-1. But we do beat them in the reverse 2-0. But Sparta Prague get beaten twice with VTSC as well. But 17 goals scored. Wow, that's pretty good. The round of 16, we beat Sporting 8-3 on aggregate, and then we lose to Atalanta. Penalties after a 1-0 win at home after the 4th minute. So that was a real tie then. It's just unfortunate it wasn't away goals. But yeah, it was Rubel, Perez and Vinicius all missing vital penalties there. 33 goals in 49. Gotta be happy with that with his first season. And Fakir at 30 now as well. 20 goals, 11 assists. We can't let this guy go at all. Unless the price is right, it's going to be very difficult to replace him there. Who comes in and scores 20 goals and 11 assists? 31 goal involvements. Rodri and Miranda also getting on the act. 7 goals, 6 assists. Milanez, 2-1. He did get a couple of games though. Blanco as well. 5 assists. Our left back, Garcia. 2 assists, not bad at all. Ostigard, 47, 1 assist. And goalkeeper, how did he do in his first season? Well, he conceded 44 goals. Clearly 7 goals from one game. Did he actually play in that game? I'm wondering now. But 9 clean sheets. He did play better than he did last season at Cremonese, though. We have been given a staggering £20 million, and our transfer revenue budget is 95% now. Couple of signings then this season just to bolster our ever-growing young side. We bring in Raul Bellanova, Italian, 14 under 21 caps, 24 years old. We bring him in as a right back. Pace, acceleration, fantastic. Crossing and dribbling, he's going to run up and down that line relentlessly, I feel. £5.5 million from Lazio. Then the next 2 signings are from Barcelona. We nick Nico, £16.5 million to play in the centre, or I think he's actually playing in the DM role. He looks really, really nice, and at 22 years old, he's going to fit in there. Already tripled his value. His stats look really nice with composure and vision as well. We bring in another wonder kid from Barcelona, Ilias Akamak. I think that's how you. I don't know how you pronounce it, to be perfectly honest. I do apologise, but a wonder kid nevertheless. Physicals look really nice. He's got good acceleration, agility as well, crossing, dribbling. He's got great technique. He's tripled his value already at £16.5 million. We bring in another high potential player, and at 20 years old, we're starting to make this side look really, really good now. We do say goodbye to Pizzella, Ruiz Silva, Cavallo, Laurent and Montoya, bringing in probably around about £15 million there. So our pre-season was pretty good. Uneventful, really, apart from the 8-1 thrashing of Coruna. However, we do start the league campaign with a defeat against Sevilla, and then we get back into the swing of things with 2 wins. Real San Sebastian and Valencia, 3-0 and 2-0. We play Maribor, Manu, AZ, Valeur, Karabag, Rennes, Freiburg and Sturm Graz in the Europa League phase. We're lying 8th in the position, but not to be alarmed. We've only played 3 games. We're 3 points off Bilbao, who are leading together with Almeria. Real Madrid have drawn. Atletico as well. Did they? No, they drew with Barcelona. The seem to play each other very earlier on. I wonder if that's a ploy in the tactics, that they don't play them later on in the season when things are hotting up. Even so, I think we can make them positions up. We have moved up in the media predictions. We're up to 7th now, 33 now to 1 to win the league. Real Madrid still favourites in front of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. Sevilla 25 to 1, so we only lost to them 3-2. And they're predicted to finish 4th. Villarreal, Bilbao are above us though. Let's get on with things. Let's simulate season 3. We'll come back and hopefully we will have gate crashed the Champions League spots. Well, for the second season running, we finished in 5th position, but this time we have reached the Champions League. That is absolutely phenomenal. Real Madrid win the league once again. Barcelona behind them. 11 points behind them, in fact. Valencia, Atletico Madrid, and then ourselves. We're only 4 points off 4th spot, Valencia. Wow. So our form in the league, that's a pretty good September, I'm not going to lie. Teams you would expect us to beat, but we beat Valencia as well. And then Vigo, we beat before losing our second game of the season to Atletico Madrid. Only 1-0 though. November sees us lose to Barcelona. Tafe we lose, where I feel like we should be winning that sort of game. But again, relatively quite a good month again. Valencia we lose too. We do beat Real Madrid at home though, 3-2. Which is pretty nice. And then we go on a little bit of a bad run though in February though. It's not very good. Not many goals scored. I mean, just 1 loss, but we drop points. The following month we do lose to Barcelona, but have a good 4-3 victory there. And then we have a good run in apart from Espanyol and Real Madrid, where we lose 4-1 away from home. Espanyol will lose to, but Getafe and Valladolid will be. We have an unbeaten April as well. So we have a relatively strong finish to the season, just that minor blip February, March time where we have a few draws where you probably would expect us to win, and some odd results in losses. It has to be said. The Spanish Cup, well, we get past the first round. We make it all the way to the 4th round, in fact losing 2-1 to Almeria. Wow, not gone to plan, has it really? Despite taking the lead as well, they get the win on the 73rd minute. Again, a disappointing campaign in the Cup. Europa League, we do finish in 14th with 4 wins against the Karabag, Valeur, AZ and Maribor. We draw with Freiburg and Rennes, but who did we lose to then? Storm, Graz and Man U. Man U probably expected, which I would expect them to win the league. In fact, it was Newcastle that will win it. 8 for 8. United, 42 goals. 13-0 against Villa. Wow. That's mad. 13-0. In the playoff round, we play Antwerp. We win that 4-1 on aggregate. Leverkusen, we do beat 5-1 in the round of 16. The quarterfinals sees us beat the league lead winners, in fact. Newcastle 4-2 over the 2 legs. A cracking 2-2 away draw. But in the semi-final where we take a 4-2 lead to their ground. Oh, so close. We almost get there. Conceding 4 goals to lose 6-4 overall. But we're getting closer to some European success now. So, Leonardo, 40 goals. That's much better. 40 goals from the youngster from 57 games. Akamak, 14 and 18 assists. Wow, 32 goal contribution there. That is superb from the 21-year-old. 13 and 13 from Fakir, still doing the business, but he's now 31 years old. So the problem now lies is, do we offload him now and bring in somebody that can play on the left-hand side or can roll? It remains to be seen, I think. Blanco does well as well. 24-year-old, 10 assists, 7 goals. Bellanova, he gets 8 assists as well. And some of our players are really getting to grips with it now. 61 goals conceded by Konasechi as well, which I'm not going to complain about, really, to be fair. 38 and 38 in the league, 17 clean sheets. By far his best stats to date, I feel. But running into next season, only £17 million given this time. So we may have to offload maybe 1 or 2 older players to finance probably another 1 or 2 big player signings. And obviously we need to sort out some contract renewals as well. So we'll see how far that goes. And hopefully we'll be able to do them signings on top. So just a couple of signings then this season. We bring in Danish left winger Mohamed Darami for £15 million from Leipzig. Very, very nice physicals. His pace looks insane. With great dribbling as well. He's going to be hopefully running at them defenders, staring the fear into their hearts with any luck. And also we bring in Reina, a 23-year-old Brazilian from Real Madrid, actually, for £12 million. Again, he's going to be one for the future. We've still got players in that role with Fakir still here, so we haven't managed to offload him just yet. In fact, we've managed to sign him on another couple of year contract so we can offload him next season with any luck. But he's going to be as our backup, but he looks a very, very good backup so far. Out the door go Perez. He goes for 1.6 million Sampdoria. And Theo Valls goes to Basel for 2.8. Alongside Sabali as well. He goes to Angers for 800,000. So not a lot happening in the window. A few players going out on loan as well. Couple of defeats. The rest are all wins. We had a very good start to the league with a 3-0 win over Pamplona. 5-1 battering of Valladolid, and we do lose to Barcelona 4-2, but we score 2 goals. It's away from home, and I think we gave a good account of ourselves. It's just Barcelona, isn't it? The Champions League draw has been made, and we've been drawn against Rangers, Chelsea, great, Leipzig, Copenhagen, Juventus, Man U, Lazio, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'll be amazed if we finish in the top 24 in order to progress. We are lying in 7th position, 1 point off the pace because of that defeat to Barcelona, who also have lost to Real Madrid. Of course they have. Real Madrid have drawn 1 game, and that's to Real San Sebastian. And now we are predicted to finish 5th, 25-1 now to win the league, behind Sevilla, Atletico, Real and Barcelona. We're getting there. We're climbing up this table with 2 more seasons to go. It's going to be very, very tight. And hopefully this season we will be able to bring home at least 1 bit of silverware. Really looking at the Spanish Cup here at this point. But if we manage to win the league, that'd be pretty cool as well. And it looks like we're edging ever closer to the top 3 now. Real Madrid and Barcelona still running away with it, but not that much of a difference now. We're 3 points off gaining a 3rd spot as well, with an overwhelming better goal difference than Villarreal, even though they lost far fewer games. We scored 76 goals, equaling Barcelona's this season. But Real Madrid, another 95 goals scored and only conceding 15 along the way. Leonardo gets joint top goal scorer for the division as well, which is absolutely superb. With Fekir getting the third most assists. Still playing, I bet he's 32, 33 now. Wow. So after that crushing defeat from Barcelona, we go on a little bit of a run, which is good to see. Atletico get put to the sword 3-1. Sevilla as well, 2-0. Until we lose to Real Madrid 2-1. Only 2-1 though, so no big batterings there. We have a 5-3 victory over Levante. We lose to Real San Sebastian. Barcelona 3-1, which isn't too bad, I guess. 4-2 win over Elche there. Do lose 3 games. Villarreal, Vigo, but we should be winning. We didn't score in 3 games, actually. Levante and Valencia, games we should be winning, I have to say. Huesca as well. Disappointing. We finished strongly, though, with 3 wins. Malaga, Almeria and Elche again. The Spanish Cup, we get to the quarter-final, getting ever so close to the final there, but not quite reaching it. Real Madrid beating us 3-1 after wins at Coruna, Fuenlabrada, Leganés and Alves. The Champions League, wow, okay, we managed to get into the top 24 by finishing 21st overall with 3 wins against Juventus. Flipping it, that's really good. Copenhagen and Leipzig. We do draw with Rangers, but losses to Mönchengladbach, Lazio, Man United, a 1-0 defeat this time, and Chelsea 1-0. That's pretty good, decent, I have to say. 10 points, I mean 6 off, 2 wins off a top 8 finish though, so happy with that. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal and Man United all finish in the top 8, well top 7. I mean 4 English clubs there, and with Chelsea finishing not far behind with Everton. Everton are in the Champions League. What's going on? We do, however, get knocked out in the next round to Bayern Munich, though. Only 4-1, a 2-1 home loss and a 2-0 away loss, which I have to say isn't too bad. I'm quite happy with that. But to go up against Bayern Munich, we did play some of the top teams here, though. Leonardo only scored 28 goals. That seems very, very low from the youngster up front. Maybe we need to go into the market again. Possibly, but 19 goals from Fekir, 32 years old now, 13 assists, just absolutely brilliant. Akamak, 11 goals, 12 assists, and Darame, 11 and 10. That's not bad from the youngsters at all. There's only now Fekir at 30 and Rubel as well, reaching 30 as well. Apart from that, it's a relatively young side. Assists coming from Malero, Fekir, Akamak and Darame. I mean, that's pretty decent. 4 players there in the top in double figures for assists. And our goalkeeper, how did he fare this season? 39 goals conceded in 36. 11 clean sheets. So let's have a look at this war chest that we're going to be getting for next season. Hopefully it's pretty good. £25 million. Nice. And we have got £60 million in the bank. So why are they not giving us any more? What we could do is see if they'll increase the transfer budget. They might increase it a little bit more. That would be quite nice. And in the meantime, let's go into the market and let's see if we can do a little bit more business to try and secure a trophy of sorts for the final time. So then to bolster our side, we're bringing Kylian Fisher, a right back, centre back, left back, wing backs. I think it'll be a good addition. We needed some more cover at the back, and it's only cost us £7.5 million from Wolfsburg. Another player to bolster our back line as well is another youngster, Portuguese, 24-year-old, Andre Amaro. £5.75 million from Atalanta. Once again, another backup. We are quite short at players at the back. He can also play DM if need be as well. And possibly our main signing, 20-year-old wonder kid, Rooney Bodji. I can't pronounce his name. I do apologise. His stats look absolutely amazing. 20 years old, may I add. Just under £10 million from Copenhagen. The Swede is just going to be absolutely superb. I think we're going to be using him in the cam role for the time being. He can play out on the right side. He can play on the left hand side as well. But I think more suited to the centre. And that's mainly because we got Akamak on the right hand side. Although his pace looks amazing as well. We do say goodbye to a few players, which I didn't notice last season, but we did lose Blanco. He left in the last January window, £24 million to Real Madrid. I was sure there was something missing in the side, and that is the reason why. So I obviously missed that one at the end of last season. But we do say goodbye to Rubel. £1.5 million he goes to Getafe, and that is really the only movement in the transfer window. We have struggled friendly-wise just to fit in a couple of players. But Feyenoord, we beat 1-0. Ajax, we lose. We beat Villarreal in Pedraza's testimonial. We lose our first game in the league to Atletico Madrid 1-0. But we beat Las Palmas 5-0 and draw with Valencia 2-2. The Champions League, however, we are pitted up against Lazio, Man City, Bayern Munich, Mönchengladbach, Dortmund. This doesn't seem fair, by the way. It really doesn't. Ajax, Atalanta and Panathinaikos. For some reason, I don't think they want us to qualify. We might as well just stay in the Europa League because that's just insane. We are lying 10th in the table currently after the win, draw and a loss. We're 5 points off the leaders Villarreal, Real Madrid and Levante, who are all 3 for 3, by the way. Barcelona have lost a game already. Villarreal 5-1. Wow, that's a smashing and a half, isn't it? We're hoping to get into the top 6 once again. Winning the league, somehow I don't think that could happen, but if it does, brilliant. We want at least some sort of trophy. So it's not going to be the Champions League, I don't think, but then again, stranger things have happened. But the Spanish Cup, that's what we're really after if we can. But the mainstay is to get into the top 6 once again and be probably one of the best of the rest. But it's a big ask. We have dropped a place in the ratings. We're now dropped down to 6th position, but we're only 33-1 to win the league. So things can happen, but unless we're getting big players like these that Real Madrid, Barcelona have got, then it's going to be a big ask. But if we have a look, some of the big signings, then Real Madrid pick up Tielemans from Leicester. Liverpool have taken Sucic from Barcelona, but Real Madrid is spending big again. Bayern Munich's Mane, Malcolm from Zenit as well, and they picked up Rozier from Besiktas. Nobody else is really coming close, but Villarreal have been in the market as well. Tottenham's Ndombele and Bamba as well as Kjærgaard as well from Salzburg. Probably explains why they battered Barcelona, I guess. So let's delve into the final season. Let's simulate. We'll come back and hopefully we'll have some good news. Well, it's not going to be a fairy tale ending. We finished in 5th position, but I suppose in the Europa League, where we probably stand a good chance of winning it now after being in the Champions League a couple of seasons. But a 5th place finish, 2 points off a Champions League space behind Valencia. Villarreal finish above us. Barcelona and Real Madrid once again win the league by 22 points. Insane. However, Leonardo becomes our leading goal scorer and the league's leading goal scorer by winning the Golden Boot. Fantastic. 30 goals this season for him. And Rooney as well, 13 assists for the youngster also. And Darami on the other side as well. Fantastic stuff. The league, we do slip up a few times in the first couple of months. 4 losses there. I can see Vigo, Real Madrid, only 3-1 though. Levante and Barcelona. 2 games there where we should be winning. We go on a long run though. A few months. 3-4 months unbeaten run. A lot of draws in there though, it has to be said, including Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid in there as well. Phenomenal stuff. But other games where I think we've dropped points, and as you can see towards the end, a good strong finish to help us into that 5th position and hoping the teams above us slip up. The Spanish Cup, however, it's not to be either. We get to the 3rd round and we lose to Tenerife 1-0. The Champions League, however, we finish in 20th position with 4 wins actually and 4 losses. We beat Panathinaikos, Ajax, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Lazio. We battered Lazio 6-1. We do lose to Atalanta, Dortmund, Bayern Munich and Man City. So teams we probably would have expected to lose, but not by an awful lot though, it has to be said. And once again, we failed out the next round. We lose to Man City 6-0 overall. We've only just played them. Leonardo, however, gets 35 goals in 51. That's not a bad return from the 24-year-old. Rooney, our other wonder kid, 14 goals, 13 assists, fantastic. And Darami, 12 and 14, absolutely phenomenal stuff. Taking over Fekir as well, who played a few games with quite a lot off the bench with 2 goals. That's great. That is good stuff. It's a good return for the youngsters in that as well. I mean, the majority of the better players are young. So there is a bright future for this club, though. It has to be said going forward. Assist-wise, Darami, Rooney, Malero as well, and Akamak as well, all reaching double figures. Looking at the squad planner, though, it is looking pretty bright for him. I'm guessing there'll be a few contract renewals as well. But going forward, I think it's going to be a pretty decent team, I feel. And hopefully they'll have success more than what we have, to be fair. Although we have finished in the top 5 for the past 4 seasons. Staffing as well, that's looking great as well. The coaching staff is the best in the La Liga. And everything else is starting to catch up as well. So brilliant stuff on that as well. So that's where we're going to leave it. It's a shame that we didn't win any trophies with this team. I do feel they deserve it. However, it has been tough to topple Real Madrid and Barcelona. It's a big ask. More than 5 seasons is needed, and a lot of more money, I feel, to get some world-class players in. But however, we have got a young side now, so hopefully in the coming seasons they would be able to at least claim a trophy of sorts. If you did enjoy this rebuild, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments who you would like to see rebuilt next. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.